Hello and welcome back to Stuart Thomas Media and another episode of Stu's Reviews. So today we're going to take a look at the D5 Smartwatch by a company called No.1. This smartwatch is an alternative to some of the main brands and runs full Android operating system. So let's take a look at the packaging. Simple packaging, not super premium. Some of the more cheaper watches I've bought, or some of the more cheaper smartwatches I've bought, generally have a more premium packaging. This is quite, well, fun, small, not premium, like I said. Yeah, a bit boring in all honesty, but let's take a look inside. Again, something very straightforward, pretty boring, just kind of like a black sort of velvety plastic insert where the watch goes in, and you get a free screwdriver, which is useful for gouging my eyes out after I've done too many videos. Rubbish. Let's have a look at the style. Well, I think it's a nice watch. It looks quite a lot like some main brand competitors like the LGs or the Motorola 360. So it's quite a classic appearance. Now, it's got a black strap, and you can get the this part here in either black or the silver, which is obviously this is silver. The one criticism I'd have about the style is that you can't change this strap, and I don't like the appearance. It's kind of a crocodile leather appearance, and it only comes in a black strap. The reason you can't change it is because the antenna bands go through this. Now, it's weird because on the inside, it's got a normal watch strap mechanism. So in theory, you could pull it out, but you'd be pulling out the antenna with it. So the theory is, no, you can't change it, but I reckon with a bit of force and editing skills, you might be able to. Anyway, so the style, yes, it is a nice watch. On the back is made of stainless steel, which a lot of these kind of cheaper smartwatches you'll find are made of plastic. This one isn't stainless steel, so it is durable, it is rugged. It's got the speaker on the bottom as well. It's supposed to be water resistant, which is quite handy. Overall, it feels nice. It's a bit heavy and it's quite large. So in terms of fitting on your wrist, if you've got small wrists, it's not for you. In terms of the design of the actual face or the display itself, I think it's really nice. It's very clear, very, very sharp. And there's loads and loads of different watch faces to choose from. If you just hold your finger on it like this, you can swipe between a lot of different types of watch faces, and there's loads more you can download as well. Let's look at that one. So yeah, it's a nice looking watch, and the style they've done really well. Now, unfortunately, when you get to the menu system, that's when I think it fails. Now, you can't really see that very well, but it's not the best. It looks a bit shabby. But this is Android manipulated to work on a bizarre round display. So, it's not done a bad job. It's responsive, I'll say that, but it's not done a bad job. Now, onto the functionality. This smartwatch is also designed to be a phone, and it does a lot because it runs a full Android operating system. Let's take a closer look. Now, as I said earlier, it runs a version of Android, which gives you access to the Google Play Store, which is quite good. It also gives you access to things like Google Voice Control and web browser, but to be honest, it tries to do too much. You can also put a SIM card in this and make calls directly from the watch, which I don't think is useful in any way, but maybe for yourself, I don't know. Anyway, it's not bad in terms of its functionality. It's got a music player on there, so you can store music on. It's got your standard kind of activity apps like your heart rate and your footsteps. If you put into footsteps there, it opens that up. Again, you can't really see it, it's quite bright. But it's got everything that you would expect from a standard fitness tracker and smartwatch. In terms of its functionality with iOS or Android, I think it works generally better with Android because it is running a version of Android. But you can get notifications from iOS devices as well straight into this screen here, and it does work. It works quite well, and it stays connected throughout the day. It was a little bit confusing on how to get it to just notify me by vibrating, because the settings and the actual kind of menu system, like I said, is a bit confusing. But for the price, it's not bad. I believe it's a really good deal. In terms of its functionality, it does everything you want it to do. But the app. There is no app. So usually with smartwatches or general fitness trackers, you'll get a companion app that allows you to control certain things on the phone, or the watch rather. This doesn't have a companion app, so you've got to do all the control through this, which isn't bad, but it takes away some of the functionality of being able to see things like your steps, your heart rate directly on the phone. Now, I haven't worked out a way to connect this. There may well be a way to connect this directly to the iPhone, but I haven't personally worked it out. As far as I can tell, all the information is stored locally on this device and potentially only works with other Android devices. How much does all this cost, I can hear you say? Around £80, which is not bad. When you look at all the competitors and all of their prices, like £300 upwards, it does a lot for the money. So I think value-wise, 80 quid, you're getting a nice piece of kit. It feels nice, it is heavy, but it feels nice and it looks quite premium. So what do I think of it overall? Well, I believe it is a lovely piece of kit for the price. Now, the style is fantastic. It is a little bit heavy, okay, and if you've got small wrists, then it isn't going to fit you. I'm 6'8", so it fits me okay. But the strap is really irritating. I would love to be able to change this strap, because this looks like a withered testicle, which is not the best look to go for. But it might suit your style. Withered testicle could be your thing. But it's not mine. I would prefer a lovely brown smooth leather strap. That's kind of my style. But anyway, moving on. It is a nice piece of kit for the price. If you're looking for an entry smartwatch that does a lot, or even if you're looking for something that acts like a phone that you can wear on your wrist and be someone from Star Trek, then it is a nice piece of kit. Overall, it is worth the £80 that you can get this for. I would say if you're looking for a budget watch, go for it. So if you like the video, don't forget to give it a like or a subscribe, and I'll see you back on Stu's Reviews very soon.